Have you ever wondered what it would be like to design your own roller coaster with the highest drops and scariest loops? Meet Charlie. Charlie is a roller coaster engineer. His job is to think of new roller coaster ideas and then design them. He has to make sure his roller coasters are fun, thrilling, and most of all, safe. Right now, Charlie is designing the first ever roller coaster that will be on a cruise ship. The roller coaster will twist and turn riders upside down. It will even have a section that goes over the side of the ship, so the only thing below the rider is the ocean. Today, Charlie is meeting with the cruise ship engineers at the ship so he can decide where the roller coaster will be built. He needs to know the measurements of the top deck of the cruise ship, like how wide and how long it is, so he can know how big his roller coaster can be. Charlie meets with engineers at the cruise ship. The engineers take Charlie for a tour of the top of the ship where the roller coaster will be built. Charlie takes some pictures of the boat with his iPhone so he can look at them later on while he is designing the roller coaster. One of the cruise ship engineers asks Charlie exactly how the roller coaster will be powered. Charlie explains that a metal chain will take the roller coaster train up the first hill to give the car a type of potential energy called gravitational potential energy. Gravitational potential energy is stored energy due to the position of an object. The higher the roller coaster cart goes, the more gravitational potential energy it will have. When the roller coaster cart starts to go down the hill, the amount of potential energy decreases and changes to kinetic energy as the car speeds down the hill. The roller coaster cart uses this kinetic energy to go back up the hills and around twists and turns until it reaches the end of the ride. One of the other engineers asked Charlie if the roller coaster will still have potential energy if it goes up a second hill that is not as tall as the first hill. Charlie explains that as the car travels up the second hill, some of the kinetic energy will change to potential energy. But since the second hill is lower, it won't have as much potential energy as it had at the top of the first hill. The engineers finish talking about the plans for the roller coaster. Charlie shakes hands with the cruise ship engineers and tells them that he will email his plans when he finishes them in about a month. They decide to keep in touch through FaceTime in case anyone has any more questions. Charlie says goodbye and drives to his office to work on the roller coaster design for the rest of the day. He opens up his design software on his computer. The software lets Charlie design a three-dimensional image of the roller coaster. He can rotate the design around in all directions to see the top, sides, and the bottom view of the coaster. Charlie knows that his coaster will take a lot of hard work before he has it ready to send to the cruise ship engineers, but he is excited to be working on this project. He will be the first engineer to design a roller coaster that is on a boat. Do you think that you are brave enough to ride a roller coaster that zooms over the ocean? Now it's your turn to go on an adventure and be a roller coaster engineer.